Hey guys, Sifu Tarbell here. Taking a look at modern Arnis today. So last time that we met, we did part one of our series for Tappy Tappy. Today we're going to take a look at part two. So let's begin. Let's see, salute. All right, so last time we talked about Tappy Tappy, meaning counter for counter, being broken into two parts. One person delivering the strike and then doing the Tappy Tappy, right? Being able to come strike and then block right away. We talked about this basic drill here. Counter. The other person's job was simply to block, check, counter. So when somebody was striking me in the three, I would go block, check, slicing up, and I would counter. Right? Then when the person went to give me the strike on the other side, I turned block, check, and counter. And I was keeping all of this like pretty tight to my body, right? So here, block, check, counter, block, check, counter. So I'm not going way out here because sometimes the guy will fake and come in and strike you in a different way, right? So we go block, check, counter, block, check, counter. And that is partner B's job, right? Partner A doing the tappy tappy, strike, and then counter, right? Now I cut up. This one's going low, I strike, and then I counter. We talked about this one, it's like an abanico, right? So from the side, looks like this, and then the hand is on the inside, right? Checking hand. Check his hand from the inside, not the outside. Yeah? So that is part one. You can go back and review the basic level one tappy tappy drill. Here, this, cutting, here, this. And then we just kept going back this way. Here, and then the other person doing block, check, counter, and you can go back and watch it part one. So today, what we do is we start to break more into like a freestyle. We're not completely into a freestyle yet. That's going to be part three. But we do take a look at 1, 2, 5, 7, 12. Now, 1, 2, 5, 7, 12 is a fun little drill that introduces a lot of different angles you already know, but how we get into those angles varies. So, with that said, one person, right, is going to be doing the tappy tappy. The other person, partner B, will be doing block, check, counter. Now, for partner A, what your job is, right, is I go here and strike the one. Right? So after level one, you know, you were striking 3s and 4s because, you know, maybe you didn't have a lot of control, you were a beginner, we want to make sure everybody was safe. And we had you guys go side by side, feet side by side. But for this drill, it's a little bit higher level. So now you put one foot forward, and I like to have the back foot on all the foot, so I'm mobile, I can move. Stick is up on guard, stick is always in front, and it's behind. So for this drill, we actually get a little risky. We start doing head strikes, all right? So I go here and I strike a number 1 to the head. Now they're gonna block, check, counter off of this. So I go tappy, tappy. Very basic, we already know this from the previous drill, part 1. So again, I go strike to the head, circle my tappy, tappy. And again, strike to the head, circle for the tappy, tappy. All right? So let's take a look at it from this angle. So I go here, I strike to the head, they block, check, counter, I strike. Now when I'm doing this, you can see I really show the control of the movement, right? So I'm not like kind of careless with it or anything. It has real definition. And without a partner, that is how you have to show it, right? So you go here, you show that control, circle, and you show that control. Stick is forward a little bit, like you're showing that you have a nice strong block, right? I'm pushing off of the ball of the foot into the stick, so it's rooted in. The pressure I get back travels through the body and is rooted in the back foot. So here, and blocking. 1, tappy, tappy. 1, tappy, tappy. So very important that you're showing good structure. If you've been following these modern Arnis training videos, we talked a lot about how to get your hips, how to pivot, you know, how to get good structure into everything that you're doing. So you're not just kind of waving the stick around, you know, with the foot. So from here, 1, tappy, tappy. Now from here, to get my partner to do a number 2, I need my stick to be on top. So a common mistake people make is they want to go underneath and do this. And that's because of the first tappy, tappy drill where we do this, and then we come underneath and we're doing this. But when you get to 1, 2, 5, 7, 12 tappy, tappy, the idea is now we learn how to go on top. So I go number 1, tappy, tappy. And now look, I'm the parry, I have their checking it, parry their hand down, and I go on top. You see that? So let's look at that again. I was here. My checking hand is touching their hand. I'm going to parry their hand down, right, which is their stick hand, and then I fire my number 2. So in reality, when we're doing tappy-tappy, the person who's driving, the coach, really has control of the situation. If you want them dead, they're already dead, right? But it's a game, it's a play. Professor used to say, you have to let them play, right? So when you do this, and you go here, 1, 2, right? And then you counter on top, I'm holding their stick hand like that. I'm holding their hand down when I go to do this thing, right? They only have one choice to reach over with there, or to really struggle to get their stick free. Because we're being nice and playing this game, right? I tap it, I don't grab it, I just tap it, and then I release them so that they can turn and go block, check, counter. Right? So again, here, number 1, tappy tappy. I parry, and then I bring the stick up top. Now, when I do this, I always like to chamber so that the puño is facing out. Why? Think about your ranges, right? If the guy is going to come in, when I go here, right, and my stick is kind of like this way or something, yeah? I mean, I could try to hit him here, but I don't have a lot of power, right? If he steps in close into the corto range. You have the long range, and then you have the corto range, the very short range. So when I do this thing, right, I go here, and I parry. When I do this, you see the puño is facing outwards, this way. That way, if he rushed in, then he can get this thing, right? Or I can hook him and do different things using the puño, the butt end of the stick, right? But if my puño is down, or it's like way back here, you're gonna get sealed, right? Or you don't have like a proper weapon that you can put together. It's gonna do some real damage, you know? So I go here, number 1. I touch. I parry and go on top. Puño is facing forward, strike a 2, and now just like the basic drill, I tappy-tappy this one. I block using the abanico, right? So let's take a look at that again. Right? So we go here, 1, tappy-tappy. I parry and go on top. My puño is facing forward, and then I fire the 2. Right? From here, they do block, check, counter. I parry, and I go this way. So once again, right? This stick is going forward. My checking hand is on the inside. Now, if you're training with a partner, right? Like if you have somebody at home you can work with, you could have your partner do block, check, counter. So when you fire the 1, right, they go block, check, counter this way. Then you parry their hand down and you fire the 2. Then you go block, check, counter. You say, all right? So one person doing tappy-tappy, number 1. Here. Parry and go on top. Who goes facing forward? Strike. They go block, check, counter. And we go here. So that is the 1, and that is the 2. Let's take a look at it from this angle. Right, so my lead foot is forward, lead hand is forward. I fire the 1, you go tappy-tappy. I parry on top, making sure the puño is facing forward. I fire the 2, and now I come inside. So you see from there, it circles and blocks this way, and then the checking hand is inside. So again, 1, here, right? Parry and go on top, fire the 2, and check. That's my tappy-tappy. Here to here. That is the counter for the movement. Okay? So again, number 1, tappy-tappy. Parry, go on top. Number 2, tappy-tappy. Okay, so let's take a look at the number 5. Right? So for number 5, right, we go here and we strike straight in. Right? Now, the other person's job, because they're already here for block, check, counter, is simply to move that back foot a little bit and turn the body. You see that? They go block, check, counter. Right? So if I was here and the stick is coming into my center line this way, you see, my job is to take the back foot and move it. So I'm on the angle now. Right? You see, if my feet are here straight, when I move, now my feet are on an angle this way. So I'm simply getting out of the way, very small, block, check, counter. Right? So from here, we just did the tappy-tappy for 2. From here, I'm gonna keep my hand on the checking hand. I step back a little bit, and then I slide in. So from the side, we had done this. I step and I strike. Now when I do this, I want to think about really giving a good thrust, right? It doesn't have to have power or anything like that, but it can't just be like you're presenting the stick, because when the guy really checks it, boom, if he's dropping the power, you're going to drop your stick. So make sure that you hold the stick strong. From here, I check and go this way. And I fire that right into the abdomen. Don't go too high, right? So here, off of the two, tappy. I keep the hand there, and then I strike. Now, remember the other guy goes block, check, counter, right away. So let's put it all together. Ready? Go 1, tappy. I parry on top, fire the 2. And I go here. Now I'm going to keep this hand here, bring this out, and I fire that in. Now obviously they're going to come in, so I go here, tappy. Number 5 and number 1 have the same motion, right? Here, counter, here, counter. Okay? So let's look at it again, right? Number 1, here, parry on top for number 2, strike. Now, keep the hand there, thrust for the 5, and I go to the outside. And again, ready? Number 1, block. Number 2, I parry, go on top, block. Number 5, I pull this out and thrust in. Now from here, block. Okay, pretty basic, pretty simple, all right? Now we have the 7. From here, after I've gone this way, once you're here, it's basically like you're starting over again, right? And that's the point of the drill. So later on, we can do all 12 angles, and we'll get into how we can do some different things, right? Different ways of attacking the low line and defending the low line. But the goal for tappy is it should be a freestyle later on. All of modern Arnis becomes a flow, a game, a freestyle. You know, everything you're doing, the cinewale, like boom, 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 all of a sudden you strike in, now you're in tappy. And then you're into something else, left on right, you know what I mean? Like, it all flows together. It's just one big chess match, right? And that's why later you let one person drive for like 5 minutes, and they're just flowing. They're leading the dance, and the other person's just following, right? It's a facsimile of a fight. It's not a real fight, but it's a facsimile. It's a little match, right? So, so anytime I get here, later you can go into like different areas. It's kind of like a reboot, restart, right? So I go here, I go 1, tappy. This one, I parry, go on top. 2, block. 5, block. Now I want to go 7. This is the difference. I parry, and I go underneath. You see that? And so I was here, I parry, and I let my body turn, and I fire this way. Now, because I'm back on this side of the body, it goes block, check, counter, I circle, and I have the same block. So what we see is the basic drill from level 1 teaches us anything that's on this side of the body is always here. Anything that is on the opposite side of your body, or when you cross your body this way, like a backhand, right, is always going to be here. All right? The low line starts to get into some differences, and then the high line also will get into some different things that you can do. But for those, if we bisect the body into 2 halves, this right side, the open strike, right, your 1, 3s, 5s, right, all of those always end up here. All right, your 2, 7, a lot of those, right, on the back side, going this way, most of the time end up here. So that's an easy way to think about it, okay? So let's look at it here, right? Right foot forward. Number 1, counter. Right? Parry on top. Number 2, counter. Number 5, counter. Now, parry and dive underneath. Number 7, counter. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Ready? Do it with me. Nice and slow. Number 1, counter. Parry on top. Number 2, counter. Number 5, here. Right now, underneath, parry. Number 7, okay? So next time we'll take a look at some variations on what we can do in terms of 12, how we can switch, and then maybe we'll even take a look at like the below line, what are some things that we can do to deviate from traditional tappy-tappy and make the game flow a little bit better. But your homework is this, right? Because 12 is quite complex, we'll save it for part 3 of our video series. But your homework is this as such, right? You go here, and I want you to go number 1, number 2, number 5, number 7, and then look. Once I'm here, I come out. I go 1, 2, 5, and then 7. And then I come out. The same way you came out for the basic drill, right? When we did the basic drill and we went here, and we cut, and we went here, this way, this is the same thing. I just cut and come in. So if you're doing the whole thing, 1, 2, 5, all right, now 7, and see I pull this out. So I cut first, I'm trying to cut that leg. Cut that leg, chamber it, and then I can go right back into number 1. So here, 2, 5, 7, and I come up. Okay, so that is your homework, is to practice 1, 2, 5, 7. And then also, I strongly suggest that you guys, block check counter is a pretty basic thing. Most of the people watching this video, my students, you already know how to do a lot of these things for block check counter. That's why we're not spending too much time on it. But I would say for your homework as well, you know, maybe practice those angles, right? So you go, oh, here comes number 1, block check counter, right? Number 2, block check counter. Number 5, block check counter, right? Number 7, block check counter, right? And then just kind of get that flow because it's nice. It gives you a couple of angles right here that you can work in the low line, the midline, right? So you block check counter off the 1, block check counter off the 2, block check counter off the 5, block check counter off the 7, and then I just keep going, you know? Here. And it's nice because it helps you to like move a little bit, get that feeling, you know, and you can just say in your mind like 1, 2, 5, 7. And then you go back to the tappy-tappy side. 1, 2, 5, 7, 1. And you just keep working it over and over. And that helps to make your reflexes kind of fast. Now, if this video is too basic or fundamental for you because you've been training this a lot and you're like, I already know 1, 2, 5, 7. Sifu, this is easy. Block check counter, that's for babies. Everybody knows that. You know, unlevel, whatever. I'm just kidding. None of my students would ever say that. You are all noble, right? But if you get bored, I understand. Right? There's a couple of things you can do. Right? One is you can try doing this moving, right? So you could go 1 and then advance, right? And the other person is like block check counter, and they're going back block check counter, right? So you can advance with this, so it starts to become more realistic how it would be in the fight as that you're advancing. So you can try linear going forward. You can even do your tappy-tappy going back. You could go here, tappy-tappy, here, tappy-tappy, you know, backing up. Try angling, you know what I mean? Try moving every time you do something. Yeah, angle a little bit, you know, angle. So that it takes on a little bit of mobility with your footwork. And then lastly, I would say, like, if you feel like, I get all that coordinated, you know, I'm training this thing ad nauseum, I know this, right? Then it's time to go to the dark side, the left side, okay? Because if you can do all of this stuff, boom, boom, right? On the left side too, then you're starting to really like build that cross-brain-body connection, which is fantastic for your martial arts. And everything like that. So that is your homework. Make sure you practice hard. This is next week. What we'll do is we'll take a look at part 3 of our Tappy Tappy series, and we'll show you guys how to get into like number 12, and then how to put the whole flow together. The last few video series that we've done, we've broken certain concepts into different video series, and my hope for you in the future is that we'll be able to take a look at how do we start to get all of these things, you know, flowing together, doing different things, you know, all of this, in and out, boom, switching, you know, and then going in, oh, they countered right away, and now I'm back into something, and then I'm back left on right. So just being able to connect it all together is really the heart of modern Arnis. And that game, that flow, it's the fun stuff. You know, that's like for you Wing Chun people, being able to do freestyle Wuxia, you know, where you're just kind of mixing it up and everything, and you're not really thinking, your body's just reacting and flowing. That's the good stuff. You know, that's the level of automaticity you want to be operating at, and that's where we're all trying to get. You know, it's the point where we don't have to think to do it. It just happens on its own because we've drilled it so much that our body and our reflexes know what to do, and this is really shut off. You know, and we have faith in our technique, that our technique is precise, proper. That's why it's important that you slow it down. You go slow when you're learning the movements. You want to make sure that everything is extremely precise and proper, because when we do start flowing, baby, and we get in that game and everything's looking good, we want to really make sure that we're not taking any knocks or hits or anything, that everything is super precise. So, you know, sharpen your tools, and then we'll play the game. Okay, guys, so have a great weekend. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And I hope you got a lot out of this video series. Those of you that aren't able to come to class, I miss you so much. I really do. I miss seeing your faces. And like I said, Governor Baker's got phase 3. I believe July 6th, we're going to be opening up again. And I'd really like to be able to see if some of y'all can come back. And we can accommodate you in many different ways. Like I said, outside, inside, mask, you know, contact, no contact. There's a lot of different ways we can approach it. But yeah, I think it would be good for some of you guys who have been out of the picture to really start trying to come back a little bit and integrate with your Wuxia family, because it's not just me that misses you guys. Your family here misses you, your brothers and sisters in training. So I hope all is well. I hope you're safe, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. All right, so standing tall, courtesy, salute. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.